valedictorian for this year, so please welcome to the stage your valedictorian, Allison Yancey.
I remember in 7th grade, over at the middle school campus, sitting in Mrs. Hildreth's class and setting up our school email accounts for the first time. They consisted of our first name, last name, and the number 23. Someone asked what the 23 was for because it seemed like kind of a random number. We were all astonished to learn that that was our graduation year. It seemed so far away at the time, but here we are. It seems like time has flown by, but at the same time, like it's taken forever to get to this moment. So congratulations, class of 2023, on making it to graduation night. I'd like to start off with some thank yous. First and foremost, thank you all for taking the time to be here with us tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of this amazing class. I would like to thank Mr. Olson and Mrs. Carlson for the effort they have put into planning this event and for the support they have given us throughout our time in high school. We are truly thankful for all you do. I would also like to thank Mr. Lucas on behalf of the class for putting together the senior slideshows. It is very special to see all the areas we have grown over the last 4 years. Thank you also to Ms. Pons for her kind and uplifting words this morning. I think most of the class would agree with me when I say that your class brought joy and peace to us in the midst of long, stressful days. I would like to thank the teachers and staff for pouring into our education day in and day out. Your desire for us to learn and grow, not just as students, but as people, have blessed us and prepared us for the journey ahead. On the first day of freshman year, we walked into the building with wide eyes, excited to finally be starting high school. We headed off to the retreat and never looked back, sure that the year ahead would be full of fun new experiences like formal and color wars. And then March came, and it felt like the whole world had come to a stop. We finished out the year with online classes and virtual color wars, but it just wasn't the same. We had high hopes going into our sophomore year that we would be able to resume school in person, and for a while it looked promising, but a few weeks before the start of school, we were informed that we would have to continue online. Eventually, we got to come into school one day a week, wearing masks and social distancing. Junior year, we got to come back to classes full-time, still wearing masks. I bet the teachers never wished to see our confused and disgruntled expressions more than they did during that time. Before we knew it, we arrived at the beginning of our senior year, the first truly normal year of our high school experience. But even with all these setbacks and obstacles, we as a class were still able to make new friends, foster relationships, and excel in the classroom and athletics. You conducted yourselves with grace, determination, and courage, and that is something to be commended. I am so proud of you, and I'm so grateful to be a part of such a historic class. If we've learned anything in high school, it's how to persevere when things don't go the way we want them to. This valuable lesson will serve us well on the road ahead, but we must remember that it will always be a constant struggle to persevere, and we must rely completely on God to give us the strength that we need. Wherever we're going next, whether that be a Christian university, public university, the workforce, military, trade school, or a gap year, we're going to come into contact with people who don't know Christ. It's important in those situations to stand firm for what you believe in and to shine the light of Christ. In the world today, it's becoming more and more unpopular to be a Christian, but that just means it's more important for us to stand firm for what's right. The world is desperate for truth, and it needs people who will speak it, even when it's unpopular and hard. I encourage you not to let the world make you bitter, but instead be kind to everyone you meet. So far as it depends on you, live at peace with the people around you. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what the will of God is, that which is good and acceptable and perfect." God has a plan for all of us, and he will make it clear which way you're supposed to go when you put your trust in him. I'd like to close with this verse, Philippians 1, 9 through 11. "And this I pray, that your love may abound still more and more in real knowledge and discernment, so that you may approve the things that are excellent, in order to be sincere and blameless until the day of Christ, having been filled with the fruit of righteousness, which comes through Jesus Christ, to the glory and praise of God. So go into this next phase of life with joy and the peace of God, and may God bless you in all that you do.